Alright guys, let's watch another Yosakoi video. Alright. So this time we're going to watch a team from Nagoya, and that's where I learned Yosakoi. And so this weekend is Ganko Matsuri in Hamamatsu, Japan, which is very close to Nagoya. Alrighty. So notice off the bat you have kind of three groups here. You have green shirts, you have the red ladies in kimono, and you have this one singular guy here. Alright. Here we go. Look at those flags. And I think they're talking about the Atsuta no Hajimari, so the beginning of Atsuta. There's a very famous shrine in Nagoya called Atsuta Jingu. I've been there once or twice. I don't know what's significant about it though. It is one of the main tourist attractions, I guess you could say, of Nagoya. There aren't that many tourist attractions in Nagoya. That's what I like about the place. Look, right off the bat, there's a clear distinction between, the people in green and the people in red and the one guy there. So it's probably a distinction of men, women, and the main character of this story. So Nagoya Yosakoi is a lot more, distinct in telling a story than other styles of Yosakoi. So you'll often see, each song has a story for Nagoya teams. That was a beautiful transition. Let's watch that again. Alright. So here we have one formation, and everything changes now. Our main guy moves forward. Everything reorganizes. So I've already said before that Yosakoi is definitely not an old-timey traditional thing. It's rather new. It started in the 1950s, and Nagoya style is even newer. It took, so the first Yosakoi festival in Kochi Prefecture was in 1954, and then the biggest festival in the world, Yosakoi Sodan Festival in Hokkaido, which is another different style of Yosakoi, didn't happen until 1992. I think Nagoya style got big even after that. So this is a pretty new style of dance. Notice they have a lot more traditional style clothing, and the stories they tell are generally more, old-timey traditional style. But the music isn't necessarily. They have some poppy singing going on there. Ooh. These kind of big movements by different groups on the stage, the way they use the stage is exactly what I expect from a group from Nagoya. Their use of waves is also something that I definitely expect to see in a Nagoya group. And here we have some story progression here. The main guy, whoever this guy is, comes forward, and now it's all about him, I think. All right. there's just so much going on all the time. Hold on. Okay. That right there. That instant right there. Let's watch that again. Bah. Kind of a lull and then explosion. I like that a lot. Another thing that you'll often see in these I think this is a well, most teams, university teams and community teams, the really serious ones will usually have very elaborate uniforms that they can change in an instant, like here. So here everyone's wearing green, right? And all of a sudden, red. And I've seen some teams that start out looking like what do I say? They look like space aliens to begin with, and then they do their costume change, and all of a sudden it's all rainbows. So there's some really interesting things that teams do. Do you hear them yelling too? A lot of Yosakoi uses a lot of yelling, and the yelling is different depending on which style of Yosakoi you're doing a lot. So in Kochi style Yosakoi, you'll hear a lot of Yo-ya-san, o-san, o-san. And this style of Yosakoi, what are they yelling? Ha, sa, 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 sa. And let me tell you, that kind of thing is really contagious when you're there watching. I mean, the performers up there having, the time of their life, and that the spectators are so close, it directly translates to them. And a nice end there with all 4 flags in a background there. So this is a pretty, I think, typical setup for a Nagoya style group, where you have a couple different groups, men, women, and then a central figure who's the main character of whatever story they're telling. You'll see that with groups like Kaguda as well, which is, I think, one of the premier groups in Nagoya. And it's a Shakaijin team. It's a community team. I had a friend who was on that team once, and she was actually the one who invited me to do Yosakoi in the first place, and promptly quit the university team after she invited me, but I still had a great time on the university team. I think all we have left is some applause. Yep. Alright, so this group is called KanoN, and they're from Nagoya. And this is at the 2019 Hamamatsu Ganko Festival. So where is Hamamatsu? Let's look at Google Maps really quick. Hamamatsu is not that far from Nagoya, right? Okay. So here's Nagoya. This is where I did my study abroad. You get on the let's get directions. Nagoya to Hamamatsu. If we take the expressway, we're going to take car. Right. You just hop right on the Tomei Expressway. Come through. I remember when we went, we stopped at this service station right here. Come and pull in, take a little break, use the bathroom, buy a snack. And it's just right on this lake, so it's really pretty. and then continue on a little ways into Hamamatsu, which is it's a quiet little city, and it's one of the few cities I think that still has streetcars in Japan. If I remember off the top of my head correctly, I think Hiroshima has streetcars, Hamamatsu. Oh, and there's a few others too, but I can't remember off the top of my head. They're pretty rare though. Anyway, that'll wrap it up for today.